Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Friday Shangri-La edition of Rasaji Speaks. I hope you've had a great week. Don't forget that we now have our early bird for live streaming in Boston. You don't want to miss out because it won't be up long, and we're going to have a phenomenal event. And for the people who can't be there physically, the next best thing is to get on live streaming Friday and Saturday. Okay, today's topic is how mobility, how mobility and flexibility open the eighth and ninth chakras and the chakra of the energy. Well, you know, let me give you a famous quote here from our first Lama. Let's see what he says about that, and I'll give you a sense of what we are talking about. Gravity is the root of lightness, and stillness is the ruler of movement. Lao Tzu. Well, it's really powerful, right? So the seven chakras in the body correspond to the endocrine gland system. They kind of work like your red and black cable of your battery works. But then there is a extra grounding wire. So as we learn more about the grounding, it's the grounding in itself, the rooting, if you will, that really opens up the eighth chakra. And the eighth chakra has two polarities. One's about a foot above the seventh and the top of the head. And the other one's about a foot below the soles in the bottom of your feet. So if we're standing, it obviously goes down into the earth about a foot or two. So here we are with a globe around our feet and around our head. When you activate them, then they support your whole endocrine gland system, and it also supports your chakras, which are basically your psychic endocrine gland system in your 4D body. You really start to slow the aging process down. Will and breathing in another capacity that most people have never experienced, nor is it taught openly to yoga masters, to students, refers to the ninth chakra. That number nine means return to. According to the masters of the Kata Kappa, which is the art of regeneration, you can literally reverse the aging process by tapping into the ninth chakra, which again is slightly above the eighth chakra and slightly below the eighth chakra in the feet. So it's the ninth chakra. The ninth chakra pretty well changes everything. The key in it is the statement that Melchizedek, or what the yoga world knows as Gorthness, who was the original founder of Hatha Yoga. Hatha means sun and moon. And he coined a phrase like this: master the mind, master the breath, and live in the body forever. Master the mind, master the breath. Well, that's chapters 2 and 3 in our first book called The Circle of Chi. And there's examples of masters living. One yoga master by the name of Sri Tapas Vijay, a large Indian who was a warrior and didn't get his first pair of malas until he was mala garlands, until he was 55 years old, when he came home and found out that his only son and his wife had passed away with like scarlet fever. He was devastated, went to see his uncle that was ruling New Delhi at the time, basically like the emperor of New Delhi. And he traded in his sword, and I'm talking about a sword, like an Excalibur, or like the sword that we saw Mel Gibson used in Braveheart. I mean, we're talking about a huge sword, right? Trades this sword in for a pair of Mala Guardians. And his uncle begins to tell him, this is the weapon of the age. And it is. You can always check out our store by going to thecircleofchi.com, and we have all kind of mala beads. It's true. Mastering the breathing on many levels, it makes it the connection between the body and the breath incredible, like a drawbridge of spirit. In that reacts because Melchizedek and Gorthness obviously opened that door. How do we know that that's true? Well, Melchizedek, Gorthness, appears in the epistle of Hebrews that St. Paul is giving to his peers, to his brethren, right? Connecting the dots between the Old and New Testament, the law of Moses with the heart of Jesus. He's referring to Jesus and as the high priest of the order of Melchizedek, a rite that's spoken over in every Catholic Mass when they go to consecrate the bread, meaning the body, and the wine, meaning the blood of the Eucharist, right? So forever after the order of Melchizedek. Well, in scriptures, it says, this Melchizedek, king of Salem, king of peace, has neither father nor mother, nor end of days, but like unto the Son of God, ascended into a pathhood and a priesthood, or forever. Paul denotes two priests, one from the line of Moses, Aaron, that he called the Levite tribe. He says that order will die. But there is an order that is served up that it was designed to live forever. What is the difference between one order and the other order? Well, to get the fullness of that story, brothers and sisters, you need to check out thecircleofchi.com and today's live webinar. And you tap in, you can get that answer. As we say in the East, Barak Bashai, may the blessings be to you and your glorious family. Have a wonderful weekend. Be a blessing to someone who cannot be that blessing themselves. And we will see you bright and early on Monday. God bless.